Welcome to Game Day with Hick the Stick, here on week 3 of the college football season. We had some great games last week, some great upsets, some great endings. Ready to see what happens in week 3 of the college football season. Last week I went 18-3, making my total predictions 33-5. Looking to make that even better this week. Our game of the week, we got number 19 Iowa versus Iowa State. I'll make that pick at the end of the show. If you see my show before, you know that I make top 25 game day picks. If a top 25 team is going to win, or if we're going to have an upset, you'll see it on this show. Our first game is Arkansas State versus number 3 Georgia. Georgia is looking like the team they've been the past couple of years. A really good team. Georgia is undefeated. They'll stay undefeated. Beat Arkansas State this week. Get the win. We got number 6 Ohio State versus Indiana. The last 2 weeks they beat their team really big. They've got a really big win against them. Their quarterback is looking really good. Look for them to beat Indiana really big this week. Ohio State wins this week. We got Pittsburgh versus Penn State. Number 13 Penn State gets the win. We got number 21 Maryland versus Temple. Maryland got that big win, that big upset against Syracuse last week. Kicked Syracuse out of the top 25, and now they're in the top 25. Look to stay in the top 25. Maryland gets the win. Our next game, we got New Mexico versus number 7 Notre Dame. Number 7 Notre Dame is really good. They'll get the win. We got number 2 Alabama versus South Carolina. South Carolina is a good team, but Alabama is just really, really good. South Carolina is not good enough to beat them. Alabama gets the win this week. We got Stanford versus number 17 UCF. UCF has an undefeated season right now still. They're looking on going for another undefeated season. Is that going to happen again? Right now it looks like it is. UCF gets the win. Then we got number 24, USC versus BYU. USC, their quarterback really stepped up last week and got the win. USC is going to beat BYU this week. We got Arizona State versus number 18, Michigan State. Michigan State looking good. Michigan State gets the win. We got Idaho State versus number 11, Utah. Number 11, Utah looks like the only team in the Pac-12 that has a chance to make the college football playoffs. If anybody's going to make the college football playoffs from the Pac-12, it's Utah. So Utah is going to get the win this week. We got Kent State versus number 8, Auburn. Auburn really good. Auburn gets the win. We got number 9, Florida versus Kentucky. Number 9, Florida is good. Kentucky is good, but Florida is better. And it's going to be an interesting game for a while. It's going to be close. It might even come down to the end, but Florida will get the win when it's all said and done. We got Lamar versus number 16 Texas A&M. Now, Texas A&M lost to Clemson, but Clemson's the best team in the nation. They're really good. It wasn't a bad loss. Texas A&M is still a great team. They're going to beat Lamar this week. We got Northwestern State versus number 4 LSU. Now, LSU beat my Longhorns. I'm upset. I'm not happy, but team's got to lose. It's disappointing, but LSU showed their offense is really good. They're tough to beat. LSU will get this win this week over Northwestern State. Then we got Hawaii versus number 23 Washington. Washington took that tough loss to Cal last week, but they're ready to bounce back and beat Hawaii this week. We got Florida State versus number 25 Virginia. Now, Virginia, I like them. They're a good top 25 team, but they're going to lose this week. Florida State is going to beat them. They're going to upset Virginia. Florida State gets the win. That was my upset of the week. Florida State wins. Then we got number 5 Oklahoma versus UCLA. UCLA is having a tough start to their season. Look for it to stay rough for them because Oklahoma is a great team. Jalen Hurts is playing really good for them. Oklahoma gets the win this week. We got Portland State versus number 22 Boise State. Boise State is a good team. They get the win this week. We got Montana versus number 18 Oregon. Oregon, we got their first win last week. Looking to get their second win this week, and they will, and they'll go 2-1. Oregon gets the win. We got our Longhorns game of the week now. We got the Texas Longhorns, number 12, versus Rice. Texas is going to bounce back and beat Rice this week. The season's far from over. We still got plenty of chances to make the playoffs this season. This is good. This is not over for Texas. Texas is a good team. Sam Ehlinger is ready to play this week. Give the Longhorns the win over Rice this week. Then we got number 1, Clemson versus Syracuse. Now, these games have been interesting the past few years. Syracuse got the win over Clemson last time at home, but Clemson did not have Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is a great quarterback. He's really good. He's going to bring this Clemson team to a win this week. They'll stay number 1. They'll keep their winning streak alive. Clemson wins the game. And now the game of the week, number 19, Iowa versus Iowa State. Now, Iowa is 2-0, and Iowa State is 1-0. They had an off week last week. They barely won their first game. They had to go overtime to win it. But I'm pretty sure those coaches have worked with Iowa State. Iowa State is ready to play Iowa this week. They're going to win at home. Iowa State gets the upset at home this week. Iowa State wins the game over Iowa. Well, that's all I have here on College Game Day with Hick the Stick, Week 3. I'll see you in Week 4 of the college football season. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel and tell your friends about this channel. And tell your friends to tell their friends. The more viewers, the better. I'll see you next week.